Hello, good evening. So today we want to talk about the multiplication and division in algebra. So the last time we dealt with the addition and subtraction in algebra, but today we want to look at the multiplication and division in algebra. So let's see some examples. Let's say we have 2x squared times 4x 3. So we're asked to multiply these together. So what are we going to do here? So because this is a kind of multiplication taking place here, we have an expression here and it's multiplying this expression. How do we go about the multiplication? So first of all, the first one is 2. The coefficient of this one is 2 and its power is 2. And the coefficient of this is 4 and the power is 3. So what we do in multiplication in algebra is to multiply the coefficients the way we normally multiply numbers. That is 2 times 4, and that's going to give us 8. Now we look at the x. So the x is whenever we want to multiply them together, what we do, and they have different power or the same power, what we do is we add the powers together. So the x, which is the base, we take one of the bases, then we add the powers together. So this is how we go about multiplying. So this is going to be x raised to power 2 plus 3. And the final answer is going to be 8x raised to power 5. So this is how we do multiplication in algebra. So what if we have something like this? Minus 3 x raised to power 2 times 4x raised to power 3 y, then times 2y. What's going to be the solution to this? Now for this one, we'll see that we have different letters there. So we have x and we have y. So since this is multiplication, so the thing is we'll multiply all the coefficients first. So we have minus 3 here, we have 4 here, and we have 2 here. So we multiply minus 3, 4, and 2. So that's going to be minus 3 times 4 is going to be minus 12. And minus 12 times 2 is going to be minus 24. So that's going to be minus 24. Now, the x components there, that is this one, any x, since they are all multiplying, we'll take one of the x, then add the powers 2 plus 3. Then the y, we also do what? We take it, we also what? Add the powers together. So y will be raised to power 1 plus 1, that is 2. So this is going to be minus 24 x raised to power 5 and y raised to power 2. So this is going to be the final answer. So when we have something like this, minus 2 x raised to power 3 y raised to power 2 times 3 x raised to power minus 2, then y raised to power minus 4. So what is going to be the answer to this? So for this, the first thing we'll do is multiply the coefficients. So that's going to be minus 2 times 3, and that's going to be minus 6. Now x will now be 3 minus 2. That is, we add the powers together. 3 plus minus 2, that is plus minus 2. We are adding the powers together. And for y is going to be y 2 plus minus 4. And we know that plus times minus is going to be plus, and minus rather. So this is going to be minus 6x raised to power 3 minus plus times minus is minus. So 3 minus 2 is going to be 1. And for this one, 2 minus 4 is going to be minus 2. So y raised to power minus 2. So this is going to be the final answer to that expression. Are we good to go? So let's see another example. Minus 3 all over 4 x raised to power 2 y raised to power minus 3 times 2 all over 5 x raised to power minus 3, then y raised to power 2. What is going to be our final answer to this? So the final answer here, the first thing is that the coefficients, which are this and this, will be multiplied together. And if cutting is possible, we can cut them. So we can say that this is 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So we can now multiply out. Minus 3 times 1 is going to be minus 3 all over 2 times 5, 10. Minus 3 over 10. Then we take the x. So we have x raised to power 2 minus 3, right? That is this power 2 here and this power minus 3. We add them together, that is 2 minus 3. Normally it's always plus minus 3, but we know that plus times minus is going to be minus. And also this is y raised to power minus 3, and this power is 2 plus 2. So this is now going to be minus 3 all over 10 x raised to power 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is going to be minus 1. And this is going to be y minus 3 plus 2 is going to be minus 1. So it's going to be minus 1 here too. So this is going to be the final answer to this. So this is how we carry out multiplication in algebra. So also when we see something like this, minus 3x raised to power 4 divided by minus 2x raised to power 2. For instance, if we have an expression like this, it has division sign in it. This is the division sign. So what we do at this point is to convert the division to multiplication. Or better still, what we do is whenever we have an expression like this, we can just put this division as a dividing line, where this one is the numerator and this is the denominator. So at this point it's going to be minus 3x raised to power 4 divided by minus 2x raised to power 2. So this is going to cut this, and 3 all over 2 is going to be this. It's going to be 3 over 2. Now for division, whenever we are having division in our expression, instead of, in the case of multiplication, it is addition, that is you add the powers. But for division, you subtract the powers. So for division, we do what? We subtract the powers. So this is going to be 3 all over 2 x raised to power 4 minus 2. So what we have done here is to subtract this 2 from this 4, because it is division that is taking place there. So at this point it's going to be 3 all over 2 x raised to power 2. 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. So this is going to be our final answer. So let's see another example. Minus 3 x raised to power minus 2 divided by 2x, then y raised to power minus 2 then divided by 3x y raised to power 4, or let's raise to power 5. Now looking at this expression, we want to simplify. What are we going to do? Now we have division here and we also have division here. So what that means is that first is that we can invert the whatever is on the right hand side of the division, we invert it. For this one, we also invert it. So this is going to be minus 3x raised to power minus 2 times 1 all over 2x y raised to power minus 2, then times 1 all over 3x y raised to power 5. So at this point, what are we going to do? So what we have here is that this 3 is at the numerator, this 3 is also at the this one is at the denominator. So we can cut them because cutting is possible when there is multiplication between them. So at this point, we are now left with x. This one is minus 2. This one is also having x here. So since they are at the denominator, so we can just simplify everything to make it clearer. Minus x raised to power minus 2 divided by 2 times 1. You know, this is 1 already. So it's going to be 2x. Now x times x, that is, this is x raised to power 1. And this is x raised to power 1. And that's going to be x raised to power 2. Then this is y raised to power 2 because they are multiplying at the denominator level. So at the denominator level, they are multiplying. So y raised to power minus 2 plus y raised to power 5. So it's going to be y raised to power minus 2 plus 5. So this is now going to be minus x raised to power minus 2 all over 2 x raised to power 2. Then y raised to power minus 2 plus 5 is y raised to power 3. Right? So now x is at the numerator, also x is at the denominator. So at this point, this is division. So we can now bring this division as minus, that is to the numerator here. That because they are dividing, we subtract the powers. So this is now going to be minus 1 all over 2 x raised to power minus 2 minus 2 all over y raised to power 3. So now this is now going to be minus 1 all over 2 x raised to power minus 4, because minus 2 is going to be minus 4. Minus 4. Then y raised to power 3. So this is going to be our final answer. Okay, so we'll leave it here, and we'll look at other examples in our next video. Thank you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Hit the
and also
notification
hit the notification button so that when we drop more videos, you'll be notified.
And also like our channel. It will help our channel.
Yeah, please do that as well.